Now, whenever you get onto, suppose, your laptop and you're going on, say, okay, I need a new one and I'm looking for one that can fit me. You're gonna find this huge list of never-ending laptops and places where you can buy them. Look at that. I mean, there are just so many options out there that it's pretty much impossible to choose. So how do you choose? Welcome back, guys, to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you go hit that subscribe button to stay tuned to all this tech, gaming, and everything else you might like. Now, I decided to go ahead and make this video because in this global pandemic right now, things have gone online, and because things went online, people had to buy laptops, they had to buy mobiles, they had to buy lots of stuff that connected them to the online world. And with that, the sales for laptops went boom. But what laptop is good for you? Because of so many laptops being launched by so many different companies, the customers are kind of in a fix. What kind of laptop do you need? What kind of laptop should you buy? And because of this, many people are actually getting stuck in a scam because most of the laptops, they don't come with the minimum requirements, and that means they're going to function slow. Slow means you're not going to be satisfied with your experience. And in fact, many of my friends also experienced super duper slow laptops, which was just kind of annoying the way it works. Even this laptop that I'm currently on, it was actually really slow. Now, if you're not like me and you cannot upgrade your laptop, then you're going to want to go for a laptop that can run for you without needing to make any modifications. So guys, this is why I made this video. This is going to be a complete walkthrough guide to guide you what kind of laptop you might want to buy. So let's jump straight into the video, and the first thing we're going to start with is the laptop's RAM. Yes, you might have heard about this term, RAM, random access memory, and this is actually where the speed of your laptop comes from. Whatever amount of processes you're running, they're going to run on this. So basically, this is where all your cache memory is stored, except for, of course, the integrated cache in your processor. Don't worry, you don't need to understand any of it. But whenever you're going to go for a laptop, you want to look for at least 8 gigabytes of RAM. Now, if you noticed, the like nowadays mobiles come with at least 4 gigs of RAM. Look at this, 12 gigs of RAM, 12, you have 8 gigs of RAM, 4 gigs of RAM. Now, in the phone, you need at least 4 gigs of RAM for it to run smoothly. I mean, I've tried running a phone on, say, 3 gigs of RAM, and it actually lags. So, try running a laptop on 4 gigs of RAM, and you will see just why it will be so slow. So when you're going to go for a laptop, you want to look for at least 8 gigs of RAM. I'm saying that is the bare minimum. Depending on requirements, if you're just going for a simple casual laptop, 8 gigs is a absolute must. But if you're looking for gaming, I would go for 16 gigs. And if you're looking for a workstation or some kind of development platform, I would say at least 32 gigs. But yep, 8 GB is the bare minimum. Now this is when we come to the RAM. As you can see, nowadays, most of the laptops, they come with 4 gigs of RAM. If you scroll down, you'll see 4, and everywhere there is just 4 gigs of RAM. And this is what is so awfully bad, because most laptops are coming with 4 gigs of RAM, and that is what customers are buying. But 4 gigs of RAM is just not enough to supply your laptop. Now we come to the processor. So first of all, as you can see if I scroll down here, the 8 gigs are so damn expensive. So yeah, this is just the current state of what the laptops are looking like. But coming back to the processor, if you go for any Intel core, I would say even the i3 will run perfectly fine for your casual laptop. 10th gen i3, great processor. Most of them, they'll come with Intel. I would suggest you go for an i3, i5, or an i7. You could pretty much guarantee them to work fine. I mean, not exactly the Intel assurance, but yeah, they're gonna work okay. The main thing is the RAM given with them. As you can see, 10th gen i3. So pretty much all Intel processors should work fine according to your other components in your laptop. So as you can see, this has some other processor. AMD processors are also okay. They're not that bad either. I would say you could also go for them, but for them you will need a bit more research. If you can see the Intel i3, then that's perfectly fine. An i5 or an i7 would be even better, but an i3 will do just fine. If you're going for gaming, then yes, I would suggest an i7 or maybe even an i9. And if you're going for a workstation, then you need an AMD one, a Threadripper kind of processor. Now, so we've blocked out RAM and we've got the processor. Now, the next thing comes the graphics card. Now, with Intel processors, the graphics card comes integrated, and let me just tell you, that graphics card is pretty much useless. If you're going for casual, it will work perfectly fine, and in fact, it will be just an extra addition to your daily experience. But if you're looking for gaming or video editing and stuff like that, you're going to want a standalone graphics card. What I'm talking about here is something like, I would say, if you type in gaming laptops, it should show you, as you can see over here, it will show you 4 gigs NVIDIA graphics. That is what you're going to look for if you're going for gaming or video editing. You need that standalone graphic card, otherwise it just won't work well. And now, so once we're past the graphics card, we've done the RAM, we've done the processor, you want to look for SSD or hard drive. Now, I would suggest that an hard drive is perfectly okay. You could go for an HDD, it is completely okay. I mean, even gaming laptops, they're going to do perfectly fine with a hard drive, and they'll just take a bit of time to load, but it will not in any kind of a way affect your performance. But yes, if you're looking for a faster experience to download, play games, then I would suggest going for an SSD. So now we've got pretty much all the components out of the way. But you'll be speaking, okay, so you've told me all this. Now what kind of a laptop should I actually go for? Now, just seeing all these specs, if you can buy a laptop that has around 8 gigs of RAM, not this, I mean this laptop, while it looks good, it would pretty much lag all the way through whenever you use it. So yeah, when it comes down to it, you want to look for an Intel processor, I would say, at least 8 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte storage, hard drive is completely okay. Integrated graphics, this is the one I'm talking about. Windows 10, and everything else will pretty much be the same. There's actually nothing else you want to look for in it. As you can see, they'll give you all the specs of the laptop. But yeah, that is pretty much all you need. I can search laptops, 8 gigabytes, and look at how expensive they're coming. That's just kind of insane. Look at this one. This one is still right priced, I mean. But when you're looking for a laptop, never, I repeat, never go for a 4 gigs one, because that won't run well at all. Now, another thing is when you go for an 8 gigs, this does not necessarily guarantee your laptop running super duper fast. You also want to pay attention to your processor and what kind of other specs you are getting with your laptop. Now, if you end up getting stuck with a really bad laptop before you saw this video, then the only option left is to upgrade it or to sell it off. I would actually suggest upgrading, because upgrading is so cheap. I mean, you can pick up a laptop for around 20,000 and then buy RAM for like 3,000-4,000, and it'll work perfectly fine after that. But if you're not really a fan of looking into the insides of your laptop, then any laptop with 8 gigs of RAM would be just fine. And yes, I can pretty much guarantee you that a laptop with an Intel processor, 8 gigs of RAM, it will work perfectly fine. I mean, it'll work smoothly, it'll run, I can say a couple of games. It wouldn't run the high-end games, no, but yeah, it would run a couple of games easily. So yeah, guys, that was it for this video. I hope this was really helpful for you guys, and now you can kind of go ahead and buy a laptop that's right for you. And yeah, so and I hope that you don't get scammed. I went ahead and made this. So yeah, I'm hoping that you guys can now get yourself a good laptop that works for you and does not lag at all. So that was it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed and you would like more such content, make sure you go hit that subscribe button, give a like to this video, and leave down in the comments below what kind of improvements you would like me to make, what kind of videos you would like to make, anything like that, your opinion in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.